Hi, this is Patty, coach and mentor using evolutionary astrology at pattypost.com. Every month we have astrology happening, obviously. We have full moons, new moons, we have retrograde planets, we have eclipses, etc. And if you know in what part of your own personal birth chart these astrological events take place, you can make astrology so much more personal and specific for you as an individual, really helping you to use astrology as a tool for your life. In this video, I'm going to explain you how to look up these astrological events in your own personal birth chart. If you do not know yet how to read your chart, how to interpret all the symbols that are on there, please refer to my video, How to Read a Birth Chart, link up above and also below. So here we go. Here we have the chart of Mrs. A. I have created this chart in the astrology program Astrological as I'm using a MacBook and iPhone. If you Google, you can find countless sites where you can create a birth chart for free. Now, say we want to look up where the new moon in Libra at 26 degrees and 35 minutes of Libra falls for her. If you do not know which symbol stands for which sign, you can download my free worksheet. Please check the link below. Move counterclockwise through the outer circle of the chart until you find the sign of Libra. You will find Libra in her chart at 2 degrees and 49 minutes, the starting point or cusp of the 6th house. Because the new moon falls at 26 degrees and 35 minutes, you will have to move through the circle a bit further, about here. So the new moon of Mrs. A falls in her 6th house. This is the life area that has to do with work and health, but also with teachers and mentors. Another example. The full moon falls at, say, 12 degrees of Aquarius. Again, move counterclockwise through the outer circle of the chart until you hit the sign of Aquarius. For Mrs. A, we find Aquarius at 23 degrees and 13 minutes, the cusp of her 11th house. But the full moon falls at 12 degrees. So this means you have to move slightly back in the circle, so the full moon of Mrs. A falls in her 10th house of your mission in the world. You can use this way of working to look up all astrological events. One last example. Say Mercury is going retrograde, which happens about 3 times a year. This is an event that is usually quite tangible in our lives. When Mercury goes retrograde, all of our communication is more inwardly focused, which means that we can get caught up in all kinds of miscommunication with the outside world. It is a time to reflect and evaluate so you can make constructive alterations. To look up where Mercury retrograde will happen for you, do the following. Say Mercury is going retrograde at 2 degrees of Aquarius. Again, in the chart for Mrs. A, go counterclockwise through the outer circle and you will find that 2 degrees Aquarius falls in her 10th house. So this is where Mercury retrograde is going to happen for her. This is the life area that has to do with what you do in the world, your sense of mission. With Mercury going retrograde in this house, this could mean she's going to have a long, hard talk with herself about her job or her business. Is this still how she wants it to be? Does this job give her enough freedom? Or does she feel restrained? It could happen that some communication problems come up in the area of work, because that's also very typically Mercury retrograde. So for instance, meetings at the wrong time in her calendar or people not showing up, confusion about deadlines, etc. By knowing where Mercury retrograde falls for you, you are better prepared. And you can use this period to your advantage. instead of having the feeling external things seem to happen to you. Please note that for Mrs. A, Mercury will also retrograde back into her 9th house of belief systems, education, and vision. I hope this video serves you and gives you more insight into your own personal birth chart and the possible implications of astrological events, to use it to your benefit in your life.